And if you can hear, I don't know how well you can hear, but you just hear the ambience. I'm in the parking lot at the grocery store, and it's the ambience of the parking lot. So this is outside grocery store ambience is what it's called. And so I don't know, it's not too loud, but you hear so many different things because of the parking lot traffic that's around. You continually hear cars that some of them starting up, some of them play music, some of them are just passing by. You hear some light chatter with people talking and walking by. I hear birds. All these things are mixed up. And so when we listen to all of these different sounds that's happening at the same time, our brain is processing these sounds. And you hear horns, but our brains are continuously processing these sounds and categorizing them in some way. That's how we know that this is a horn, that's a car, or that's a truck, because it's been processed and it's been categorized. I'm not a brain surgeon, I'm not a brain specialist, so I'm not speaking too much on that subject. And while we're at it, let's add an airplane into it, because now an airplane is flying by. And these are things that happen every day. These are everyday sounds. So we think about processing all these sounds every day, all day long. Our brain is working to process these sounds because they're taken in by our ears. So what comes in, our brain has to filter it somehow. So how does that, where I think that the more our brain works, and our brain is built to take that. Our brain is built to do that, to process these sounds. That's part of what our brain does. But how does it affect us to hear these sounds? Because we all hear differently, and certain things trigger certain responses in us, because all of us aren't irritated by certain sounds. Some of us are. And I think I mentioned on one of my podcast episodes that when I was younger, it never bothered me to hear loud music. Where if it was a truck with big speakers or a vehicle with big speakers, then all you hear was bass booming or shaking the walls, or just pounding my chest. That never bothered me when I was younger. I don't like it now. I'm not against people that do it, because I used to be that person. But now I don't like it. I don't like loud music. But that's just, it changes. My hearing changes, and the things that used to bother me when I was younger, well, the things that didn't bother me when I was younger bother me more so now. And I think we all go through those phases of what we used to do, we don't do anymore. Or what used to be good is not good to us anymore. Even though it wasn't good for us. It was just good. It sounded good to me at the time. I still love music, but I don't like a certain way or a certain loudness that it is, or a way that it makes me feel, because it makes me feel differently now when I hear specific sounds in music. So when I hear a horn from a vehicle, it doesn't bother me. It only bothers me if it's continual, like an alarm that goes off on the vehicle. And and the car is, if it's left unattended, and the alarm is just beeping, just constantly running for minutes and minutes and minutes, it becomes annoying then, because then you start looking around for someone to come and give me some relief, or give you some relief at that time.